And perfecto. So today, we're gonna go ahead and go over GBP, JPY, and also two more pairs. I'll be doing a breakdown on gold and a index. Hopefully, I'll be doing US 30 or maybe the S&P 500 or Nasdaq. Just let me go ahead and check the YouTube chat in 1 second. For some reason, XSplit does not have a an option where you can see the chat. So I have to open up a new window here. Open up a window, open up a window. And yeah, we're live. Window. Hi everyone, from YouTube. Hi everyone, from YouTube. Hi everyone.
Hi, Mack.
Hey,
How are you doing, man?
who's this?
This is Mansoor here.
Hey Mansoor, how's everything?
Yeah. So you just started?
Yeah, literally, we still got like 3 more minutes. The stream starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so just
Okay.
accommodate yourselves and be ready for the Asian Open. I have
Okay.
one trade open here on GJ, which I think it's gonna get back to break even, so I'll probably end up
And you have
closing
to
it.
get this one?
Yeah, I took it right in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mack, I'll be back within a couple of minutes.
What's that? Does he say he'll be right back? Why is this not loading? Oh, okay. Can somebody on the YouTube chat check if I can stream on 1080p right now? So I had to put up the bit rates and just making sure that it's saved. See what's gold doing. The Dow has been dumping quite a bit. So let's see what's the next resistance here. Here. There. Yeah, Nasdaq's just doing the same. This is mana. Nice. Let me clean up my watch list real quick. It's already 8 p.m. Let's give it a couple minutes till we get some volume in the market. So far, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this. Bitcoin, yeah, yeah, we should keep an eye on Bitcoin just in case. Dow, Nasdaq, US 500, S&P, Ethereum. Let me go ahead and move it down here. Tesla, for some reason, I was looking into buying puts. It's not happening. I'm just gonna keep it. Mana, I don't even know what the fuck this is now. Off. Gold, of course. Gold, it's been respecting every single line that I have drawn in here, every single zone. Um, I did take these sales from 1800. I didn't hold, but we should definitely get a pullback and a continuation to the downside. If we see here on the higher time frames, we're extremely bearish on gold. It's been bearish since April. Shiba, you guys remember that? Funny, right? EU, UCAD. I don't know why I have two charts, but makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one and take this one off. Oil. I don't really trade it, but I do like to look at it since it's, you know, it's just based on the U.S. Has nothing to do with Canada or any other countries. So keep it as it is. The DXY, I want to keep it just as an indicator. So I'm gonna put it all the way down here. And the main pair that I trade, which is GBP JPY, unfortunately it's been in a very, very, very bad range. So we're gonna work with whatever we get, either volume pushes, some sort of impact from news, some sort of catalyst, trying to get at least 20-30 pips, and then leave the rest running, and hopefully we'll get that good demand zone for price to continue moving up, upwards. But other than that, if you see GJ on the weekly, it's a mess. It's a very, very tragic mess, hot mess, if you want to call it. Alright,
What? Oh, my bad. I forgot.
yeah, it's okay. Guys, try to go ahead and mute yourselves as soon as you get in, because you might have your mic on and you don't even notice. After that, you can go ahead and unmute yourselves if you want to say something. 1880 is showing, 1880p is showing. Perfect, perfect. There's a lot of rejections. Yes, like yesterday. Yesterday was PMI for the dollar. Dollar moves the markets basically. So whenever we had the big move on the dollar, right? Like if you see the DXY or any other pair related to the dollar, like indices perhaps, or even gold, pretty good moves, right? So yeah, after that it was just nasty consolidation, even until today. If you see today, even during the NYSE open for the for gold, really nothing happened, Yeah, very, very tricky. It's like somewhere you don't want to be stuck in. So, as potential moves to the upside, overall we're still extremely bearish. If you guys can see that, let's go down to up to the daily, right? I don't even know I had this line down here. Wow. Jeez, right on the dot. EJ, I really don't traded much, but I'm just gonna keep it. I'll keep one. And UJ, I like to look at it just to see how the dollar is doing compared to the yen. And I'm most likely just manage this trade that I took in the morning and see um, how how we do. But if you want to go ahead and try to look for an entry here, let me see uh, the best chart that I have for the stream. I think it's this one. Yeah. All right, on GJ. So this right here is a weekly resistance. If you guys want to see, let's go up to the weekly right here. We still haven't had any close in the last 3 weeks right above here. It's been bearish and more bearish than bullish, I'd say. Still consolidating, but I do expect price to continue moving up, right? As long as we stay above 161 500 for this, or 160 800 below these, it's current weekly low, right? And this weekly candle, I would love for it to flip bullish. Go up to the 4-hour chart. So yeah, resistance, massive resistance up here. And we have our 30-minute support or hourly support down here. Set up an alert down here just in case we break below 161 600 down to 161 500 and so on. And I'm gonna set up an alert if we start breaking these highs on that current double top we have here on the hourly. Should be good, very good continuation. Hello. Also, since it's a very rangy day, it's been rangy since yesterday. If you guys want to send a chart for me to go ahead and analyze it, go ahead and do so. There's a link in the description where you could go ahead and click on it and see how to send the chart and send it through the YouTube chat. I'm doing good. Oh, Juve is here. I'm gonna send you the link on the Zoom. So I'm gonna go on Instagram. Yeah, it's the only way I have to communicate with you. So let me go ahead and duplicate this and look for gold and see where can we get a pretty decent entry if we look for buys or sells. So just go ahead and kind of like identify a little range in here so we could break out of on the hourly. So we have resistance up here, right? And our current support, which will be down here. Oh. Stupid fucking fly, man. Dude. The fucking mosquito. It's about a type mosquito. Same as always, no trade zone. Boom, boom. Yeah. Man, I decided to do the Asian stream when there's completely, absolutely zero fucking volume. But anyway, let's work with what we got here. Yo, Professor Pippich. What's up, dog? What's up, big guy?
What's up, big guy? What it do?
What it do, Billy Blue? Some Florida thing right there. In case you know who Billy Blue is? Billy Blue.
Oh man.
Where's that from again? Wheezy? Wheezy, baby.
Yeah. That's that. Or that's that Mike Jones.
Mike Jones. What's it? What it do, Billy Blue?
What it do? What it do? Are we live right now? You live, right?
Yeah, we live and lit, man. So
Oh,
go ahead
man.
and share this with everyone you know. We are about 10 minutes in. So trying to go ahead and get some more viewers in here.
Okay.
La 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 la.
Okay.
Gogashikoso. La la la. No. What do you mix? Go like this. Right. That's fast.
And so the same thing is going to apply for GJ here. It's going to be the no trade zone. In my case, I still have a zone. Stanley, mute yourself, bro. This could be the no trade zone. I do have a trade running. It's one of these right here. So this is what I'm expecting. If we do flip, I'm continue up bullish. But if you want to grab a re-entry, or just start a new trade, this should be perfect. Seeing how this 4-hour pulled back, we still in this range. So what do we need now? We just need a breakout on the 30. See how we set up a support right down here and continue moving up. So something like this, right? With of course your stop loss right at the bottom of the range, and you expect this big zone to, break, continue up, and looking to the left. Let's go on to the 4-hour. We have this area here, this area here, this area here, this area here. But if you want to take partials, you can go ahead and look for potential wick fills, zones of rejection, double tops, whatever you want to call it. So you have this wick fill, this double top, this wick fill, this double top here, and these wicks to get filled, right? So this is up to 163,500 right here, and this is a total of, see how many pips. On current price would be about 160. That's pretty decent if you ask me. I mean, price action looks beautiful right now on GJ, even though it's not as clean because the left looks incredibly messy. So we would need like a swift move, right, to the upside. You guys get what I'm saying? If you guys want access to Zoom, if you guys want to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, just send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll go ahead and send you guys the Zoom link. There is news for JPY in 1 hour. Okay, so Bank of Japan, Nakamura is speaking. Okay. So let's actually go ahead and check the calendar. Calendar. Stock market today, Dow ends higher, led by energy. Jackson hold. Okay, Jackson hold. Whole-eyed. Okay. And this is kind of like a preview of the Metaverse.
Metaverse is gamers have been in the metaverse for 30 years. When you're playing games, if you're playing a World of Warcraft game, you're playing in
World of Warcraft Metaverse
a racing game where everybody's in a shared world.
Dude.
These 3D shared worlds that gamers have been playing in for years and years. I think what we found is there's more connection, as I was talking about before, because we have shared purpose. It's not.
Yeah, that's just completely relevant to what we're doing.
Metaverse and think, well, I don't really get it. Because I already have an avatar of myself, and I can already go into a shared world, and I can already sit there and have voice conversations with people anywhere. But I do think the skills that we have as game designers and game creators make a ton of sense.
Actually, let me just use Forex Factory. Motherfucker.
Hey Max, so what's your micro target on GJ? Are you expecting some sort of like relief to the upside? Okay.
Yeah. Basically, this is what I'm looking at.
I'm looking at the same thing. I'm looking at if we break above 161.8, you know what I'm saying, we can definitely get a nice little squeeze to the upside. Nice little scalp.
Beautiful scalp to the upside, and once we reach these zones, between 163 200 to 163 500, which I've been talking about it for like the last 2 weeks, I think we should probably bounce back, get more relief, and continue up. That's my bias for buys. My bias for sales will be hitting these targets and get some good rejection, and then continue to the downside to retest. Let me see down here, 159 500. Kind of like fill all these wicks down here, on the weekly, and get some good demand zone being established, and then finally breaking highs and continuing up. If we see GJ looking to the left, massive points of interest, right? So we have up to 194, talking long term.
Oh yeah, long term for sure.
Yeah. So we've been stuck we've been really stuck in this zone, right? Since
we know that, with GJ, I mean, once it breaks,
It breaks, right?
yeah, once it breaks, especially as a scalper, let's say it breaks for 100, 200 pips throughout the day.
That's
If you
yeah.
can't catch 10, 20 pips off that, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You must be doing something wrong, you know?
Exactly. That's
But
why you have alerts, right? And that's what I've been saying my whole time. You set up your alerts, and don't be. I mean, if it's basically being a day trader, right? You set up alerts, you let the trade run, and
right.
if you get 20 pips and you partial out, of course you want to leave a nice big chunky runner running, right? And that's what's gonna make you the money.
No, definitely that's definitely right because a lot of times, a person can do analysis and so confident in their analysis, and the minute they enter a trade, I mean that's when their real work starts to begin. But the work should be done the minute you execute. You know what I'm saying? So how you're talking about just letting targets run. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have it mapped out on a 4 hour, weekly, daily time frame. But again, you know, these type of markets, obviously we like to scalp too as well. You know what I'm saying? A scalp can turn into a runner. So,
Exactly.
it's always good to secure a bag. If you want to open multiple positions.
I don't really consider myself a scalper. I do scalp, but I consider myself more of a day trader, and I go based off alerts.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So people want to say, okay, well, I can only do a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2.
Exactly.
Well, just extend your target. You know what I'm saying? Let your target ride out. Put your stop loss.
Do it once. Try it out, right?
Yeah, put your stop loss and profit. Again, now these type of circumstances, these type of ranges in the market right now that we have. That's why I love being a scalper too, because we can adapt. You know what I'm saying? We can say, okay,
switch.
yeah, we can switch. Let's say it ranges anywhere from 20 to 50 pips. So if you're telling me you can't catch, anywhere from 5 to 10
Yeah, you're
pips,
doing something wrong, bro.
you're doing something wrong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I don't like to execute manually. I just either set some type of pending order or whatever, and we let shit ride. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's something that I'm kind of like not struggling with because I've done it before. I've set up my buy stops, sell stops, whatever, and I set up like a good decent stop loss, right? Something that I'm able to that if I take the loss, it is what it is, right? But if I know that it's going one on one with my analysis, I know for a fact it's gonna be like a 1-to-5 or 1-to-4, even 1-to-10 sometimes. Like if you see here on GJ, let's talk about this, right? Let's kind of like backtest a little from 149 to 155. This range was epic because this is a beautiful range. If you see the wicks and the liquidity, it's so clean, right? These candles on the weekly have closed very, very good. This is like kind of like the like what you see on books, right? So and once you have the higher low being created, once we're on a massive uptrend, you have a nice breakout of 100 to 1,600 pips.
Yeah, for sure.
From 100 to
Well,
1,000. Yeah, 1,000.
What's interesting to me is with GJ, we haven't touched those COVID lows.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
from March 20, right? So we have.
Yeah, so it's been over 2 years worth of data that we haven't reached those lows, and if we stay below, let's say 168, 169, then we can expect some type of downside. But again, man, the trend is just going up. It is consolidating. You look at it on the weekly time frame, but what's to say you can't grab any pips? You know what I mean? But you catch one of those just major movements, man. That looks nice. That looks nice there too.
Exactly. Look at the monthly on GJ, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Something like this you're talking about, like here.
Man, that's nasty. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I can just catch one of those, I'm set for a couple years, bro. You feel me?
Me too.
Okay.
Me too.
I'm gonna make it $500,000 off that move. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. At least a couple of thousands. I don't know
at
about
least a couple.
$500,000, but I know a couple thousands.
Hey, at least a couple 100,000, bro.
An
You know what I'm
8,000
saying?
pip drop right here. That's all it is.
Man.
Yeah, and it's not a flash crash. This is like something that you have to manage.
Yeah, for sure. So I think we will come. Especially we're always in the market. That's why I say, man, we never miss opportunity in the markets, man. There's always opportunity, especially those higher time frame targets. Um, you start looking at it like that, you're like, okay, I
Hmm.
can catch me a big move. I can let a one lot
Yeah,
or a two lot, three lot,
yeah,
let it
and
run for a
just
couple
rest,
hundred pips.
right? Rest.
Yeah,
I had, I actually had. I don't really talk about this much, but I had a very good. It kind of set me up for like half of the year because I had buys from here from 149,
ooh,
and I let that shit right up to 164, I think here, right? Yeah. So
wow, that's nice.
yeah, I
No,
was,
I think I did remember. I think I do remember that. I think you said some.
yeah, I was
I do
partial.
remember that. Yeah,
I was
for sure.
partially now. I had buys from down here and partial down, partial down. I ended up with like a point 30, and I still had buys, and it was like a $6,000 I think once he got up to here. It was
Wow.
incredible, right? And that was
Yeah,
like
for sure.
throughout the I think how many weeks? I think it took like 2 3 weeks, 44 days. So I said yeah about 3 weeks. I mean 7 weeks. Good
Right.
enough, to
Yeah, for sure.
get three runners, point 30 at the end. Closing at $5,000 each, risk free. What else am I
Yeah,
gonna ask for?
yeah, you can't beat that.
You can't beat that. Exactly. So yeah, I'm actually expecting something like this, but seeing the daily, the weekly, it's just very messy, right? Incredibly messy. We're gonna get to that point that we're gonna break out on the high time frames, and that's gonna be lit. That's gonna be it.
Yeah, exactly. There's no rush. You know what I mean? There's no
No
rush, man.
rush.
I mean, we're still. What's today? Tuesday or Wednesday? Today's Wednesday.
Wednesday,
So you
Wednesday,
midweek.
the 24th. Yeah.
Yeah, midweek. So you can still catch a trade by Thursday, by tomorrow, tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe London session. See how it plays out.
Right.
You know
And,
what I
and
mean?
the end of the month will be next week, so we're still not getting that pullback. That end
Right,
of the month
right.
pullback.
See, that's key too, man. Because if you look at that monthly, man, it's basically like an indecision candle. You know what I mean? So it's a pretty decent range. Indecision candle. You know what I mean? We got a chat.
So yeah, alerts. Still nothing. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. This break above 161 800 and continuing up, right? Other than that, I'll just manage my trade accordingly. Once if we start breaking below 161 600, it will be close. But gold, it does look like we're breaking above, and for here we have a pretty nice clean trade, right? If we want to take it, in the first 3 minutes of this 30-minute candle, see how it's doing. I think it would be pretty clean, right? If we have a trade like this and can aim for this wick to get filled up here, this other target up here, and this other target up here. Right, that would be short term, and that can possibly happen from this session up to London. What the fuck is this guy saying? My thumbnail is not showing no WhatsApp numbers, you fucking retard. Yeah, that's pretty much a would need. I mean, if you want to play it safe on the 5 minute, I don't you look into the 5 minute. I think somebody asked, but on the 15 maybe see a close above this area and then continuing up. I mean, it does look good for gold. GJ, I'm definitely not touching it because it's not doing shit. So, range it on the lower time frames. So I'm gonna set up I just set up sell stops right below here on GJ. $161, 580 if you want to be exact, 570. And gold, I did take an entry now. It's a small position on the trade that I was talking about from here to here. $25 pips to get 50. That's a 122 almost. So I think that's good enough. I'm gonna be right back, guys. Yeah, just yeah. Oh, shit, I was muted. My bad. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I think this trade should play out pretty good. Um, 9:30 will be the next opening with the Shanghai Open for the Asian markets. So far, I'm up like 2, 3 pips only with the spread. But let me go get some water. Be right back. Yo, what's that noise? Jesus, whose mic is on? Yo, what's that noise? Jesus, whose mic is on?
I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise? Jesus, whose mic is on?
I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise? Jesus, whose mic
Is it my mic?
on?
I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
No, it's not you. It's
Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not you. It's
Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not you. It's
Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not you. It's
Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that noise?
no, it's not
Your
you.
mic is
It's
probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that
Alright,
noise?
no,
let's
it's not
Your
you.
mic
It's
is probably. Is it my mic? I have no idea. I can't hear anything.
What's that
alright. Okay, I think that's better now. Yeah, alright, you guys can unmute yourselves. Should be better now. I had to fix the mic. Cause the camera, my camera actually has a mic, a built-in mic in it. And that kind of fucks everything up. So you gotta use one mic only and one mic only. So let's go ahead and see what's gold doing. Gold is actually up about 10 pips. Yeah, I took it. I'm in it.
still hear a bit of echo, to be honest.
It's a little echo, right?
Mm.
You know what this
Sounds like
is?
software you're using. Slightly. But it's not too bad, to be honest. Like, I don't think it's bad enough to take you.
No, it's like a tiny echo. But anyway, I don't. Let's try to make it perfect. So I've been, messing around with XSplit, and one of the reasons why I'm using this rather than OBS is because it's a lot simpler. You could actually do everything manually.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because I've got a couple of logos I want to put on mine as well. You know, I've got like iconic things and stuff that I want to keep putting on.
Mm. Yeah, the layout, it's very simple to put.
And I've got a new computer screen as well, so I just want to get cable for it. So yeah, because I've got a third screen now as well.
Wow, 3 screens.
Just for shots, just for because
Uh,
I found out like if you use like the streaming software, you can't cast like Zoom, for example. You have to cast the screen.
exactly. For once you use like a third-party streaming software instead of going directly with why am I listening and echoing? Jesus,
I can't hear the echo anymore.
you can't.
No,
I can. It's so fucking annoying.
maybe I reckon your computer might be going through your computer and then go back to your mic.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So just check your output, right? Then I've been doing like a solid like square perspective from this thing.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Actually working on this new strategy that I'm talking about in the Discord. But I'm not sure yet.
No, we talked about it yesterday, I think, in the morning. He said something about a new strategy. We didn't get through it. If you want to explain it.
Oh yeah, that's just pretty much just changing, looking to go from like swing to intraday or day trading because of now that I'm seeing a computer, I might as well do it from my screen.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Quite surprised with how accurate it is.
Okay, sell stops. I didn't trigger them. I did have a sell stop, but I took it off.
You don't find like trading like the Aussie pairs how easy doing the Aussie thing.
I really don't look at Aussie pairs much, but I'm gonna start looking into something more.
Because if you look at like for example like Aussie dollar USD,
What do you mean?
so if you look, sorry, if
Oh,
you look at like the Aussie pairs, you'll see that like they're moving in quite bit because obviously the Australian market open as well.
right. So let's look into AJ or yeah, or USD, AUD, USD.
The AEJPY is in a bit of a consolidation. AEUSD broken out a bit.
Thing about AU is that it moves so slow for me.
Yeah, because like it's only moving during such a small time frame in the day. Because obviously like the Australian market has got the rollover in it, so it's got like the market opens and closes in it, and then like it just has like about 20 to 30 minutes worth of movement only.
Hmm. Last time I actually looked at this was maybe
think it was last year. Last time I actually did something on AU. I want to go ahead and do check Aussie against the yen pair. So let's see. It's about the same as GJ.
Yeah, so that's supposedly that's the yen pair.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be cool, you know. It could be setting up for some nice potential, trades during the London session.
Look at this.
You know,
This is an
if we could break this,
crazy, super simple, easy, break, maybe retest, and continuing up, right? So we have the next zone up here. Yeah, I'm hearing echo, and I think let me mute you for 1 second, Phil, if you don't mind. Okay. All right. See, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I still hear the echo. What the fuck? Alright, let's see. What about now? I think the echo is coming from XSplit. There's some sort of delay. Bro, I'm telling you, every time I stream, there's always some crazy shit going on with the audio.
dude, try and check. Do you have your YouTube stream open?
No, I don't. Actually closed them all.
It could have been there. It could have been because I mean, like no one, maybe they can't hear in the chat. So it's just you. Yeah.
Maybe I do have it. Let me check.
YouTube muted. Sometimes that's the case.
I'm gonna reopen it and close it. So sorry about this. Yeah, it's muted, so I don't know why. Weird. Ah, it is what it is. Whatever, it's just my echo. I don't mind. As long as you guys don't hear the echo. You trading breakouts? Oh yeah, I do trade breakouts. I love trading breakouts as long as there's clean price action and of course volume in the markets. Based on the session open, I love me a breakout. So you have your of course your typical break and retest, which will be something like this. Let me annotate on the on Zoom. So you have a break and a retest. Oh, horrible. Retest and continuing up, right? So we look to the left and see where the next zone is, which in this case will be 95.140.
Yeah, pretty much my entire strategy that I was built off breakouts. I didn't like break and retest. I found actually was very successful during my lowest time frames. It's quite interesting to see. So like pure breakouts work really well, but break and retest sucks. And then zone to zone trades work really good too as well.
Exactly, from A to B.
But I love Suave's like how the back screen that you had, dude. That's so cool. Looks like he was like an alien descending onto Earth.
Well, oh the layout. Oh shit.
Yeah. No, he had that like the vertical background, so he had that also.
Oh, Juve, yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
Am I saying your name right? Is it Suave or is it
Juve, Juve, Juve.
Well, you said, you ever heard of Who Invest? Soccer team?
Yeah.
Juventus.
So just short for Hoover.
Juve. So you're Juve fan.
Hi, Juby, Gonzo, you know, there's so many names. The better accent.
I don't get it.
If GJ breaks,
Let's go back onto GJ, and
it's just in a tight range, man.
it's incredibly tight, and same as AJ. Any yen pairs at the moment. If you wanna see why is it tight, go into the 4 hour, and basically it's gonna tell you everything, right? So you have a range here from. So actually target these wicks also. So
It's like a 20 pip range. We're in the 20 pip range. You know what I mean? 755, let's say 555. You know? But once we get a nice clean break above that, or below, either way,
mm-hmm.
it's good, you know? Unless we get one of those, you know, some people call it like a liquidity grab or whatever you want to call it.
Stop hunt.
A stop hunt, you know, coming after my stop loss.
Yeah, for my $20.
You know what I mean?
You know the people that actually bitch about that are the people that who that have like these accounts for like $20, $30. They're like, shit, the fucking broker just came after me.
I already know, man. Especially when I've been on the leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
You got guys, man, that just
Say
complain about the smallest things, you know?
what?
So
You know, the best thing is if you're a bad trader like that, most of the time you want to beat with broker anyway,
Yeah.
which is actually better trading conditions, to be honest.
Yeah. Spreads are a lot tighter.
So it's not just the spreads, you have no slippage, right? You have instant market access.
Especially.
It's great news. It's probably the best trading conditions you can be in is on beat with. If the broker obviously doesn't manipulate the market. Is my mic very quiet? Okay, my mic's very quiet.
nah, we hear you good, man.
Because this is Rafia Sahil says he can't hear me. Maybe my voice just did because my mic is all the way up. But the easiest way to see if the broker is manipulating markets is comparing two different brokers to each other. Compare different charts and see if they all look more or less the same. If they look more or less the same, then you should be okay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I use trader domain, so I've never had a problem with the trader domain. Yeah, the spreads are good. If you're trading like NFT or something like that, you
Oh.
deserve to get slipped, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it's always been a good broker. I never had a problem withdrawing. You know what I mean? It's pretty good.
Me neither.
What is it? So I just disconnected. I don't know
The
why is
trader
it.
domain. Trader domain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've never had an issue either. Only thing is that like once you like, let's say you do a deposit and you want to take the money out, it has to be the same method, right?
Well, that's generic for every other broker because they prevent money laundering.
Money laundering, exactly. Yeah, guys. Let's try to make the best out of this today, since it's been horrible since yesterday's PMI. GJ on the other.
Some good setup for London. London session should be good.
Yeah, I hope so. I think I'm definitely gonna take a nap and wake up and.
I won't be here for the London session.
Okay. Then yeah, you can't be doing like 2 streams back to back. That's crazy, Phil. Take it easy. Take it easy.
I'll be here for the UX stream.
Okay. Perfect.
That's a nice close. That's a very, very nice close as well.
Really good. 2-point stop loss below this 30-minute candle.
You still got your pending order on sell stops on GJ?
No, no, no. I took it off. I said I took it off. Well, I took it off because it was kind of like swift down, and then I'm like, yeah, you know what? Just gonna wait for a better setup here. Yeah, pretty tight range. You know, it's 20. You said 20 pips, right? Yeah, about 20 pips. But it does make sense for price to continue down based on what I'm looking at.
I'm looking at trading view the previous 4 hours,
Uh huh. Right.
previous 4 hour candle.
You got
The
these
way
double,
it,
right? These 3 rejection wicks up the top.
yeah, or just like a bearish candle on
Bearish, right? Super good setup.
So yeah, that does look interesting, you know. Let's see how. See me, I execute off the 1 minute too, man. If I'm trading manually, I'm gonna execute off the 1 minute,
Hmm.
and that's based off like 15, 4 hour, higher time frames, stuff like that. So if I know my 4 hour, right, I just printed a nice bearish candle off, and the way it's just ranging in this 20 pip range, then I would want to set some type of sell limit on GJ, see if it triggers it again. Um, but let's see how it plays out, man. It's just tight little range, man. I don't want to break my head over it.
Super tight. Super tight. Yeah, I definitely don't want to break my head over this either. But it does make sense, you know, this current 30-minute. It's been what? How many minutes in it? 9. So your trade would be something like this if you want to go based off impulse, of course, right? Something like this, right on top. That's the okay. And then you have, you know, your potential targets. Let's go into a little.
Yeah, that's why I said too, like, I'm glad you said that, like an impulsive trade. You know, if you're doing an impulsive trade, dude, there's nothing wrong with bagging 6, 7, 8 pips.
Exactly, you know, quick.
You know what I mean?
You
Like,
have
there's nothing wrong with bagging that. You know, everybody wants the perfect, like, oh, I'm getting 20, 30. Okay, that's cool, but I've bagged 7 pips, 8 pips. Um, and if I'm on the 1 minute, I mean, the minute I feel like it's not going my way, I'm just gonna close it. You know, especially if we're taking impulsive moves. So.
So far, gold is yeah. So far, gold is actually moving pretty nice, and I'm planning on closing at. Let's see, what is this? Yeah, 1755. Yeah. But yeah, GJ. If we do continue to break below, yeah, it should definitely be a good trade.
Feel it's so slow for me. This thing is just really, really. I feel it's just like extremely slow today.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me take this off on GJ because I'm not taking that trade, but I'm actually still on gold, and gold should definitely hit at least that wick here. If not, I'll be closing once I start seeing rejection on on the 15 or something.
Yeah, gold's looking nice. Gold's looking nice continuation to that.
Yeah, very easy trade. Something for YouTube. Oh, my stuff should be like right here, right now.
You probably squeeze another 20 pips out of this hour.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, right now it went up like I think about 10, 15 pips. That's good. I partialed out. I partialed out because I know how this thing can be, especially before Shanghai opens. So yeah.
Yeah, you have a nice looking 15-minute candle as well on gold.
Yeah, I haven't checked the 15, but let's see. Oh yeah, nice little engulfment. Yeah, clean.
Yeah, I'll be pretty. I think it'd be nice if the 15th could close above that too. The candle's high close, or the candle close. Would be nice.
This one here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That. See if I can add that. If I can see the green distance. I don't know if it's. This over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where I got that extra 20 pip range to the outside.
Hmm.
So
It's
that
close just below it now. So.
it's like a nice continuation.
Yeah, it makes sense. Very simple
Oh,
trade. Super easy. Target around here. 56, which will be top of the wick. And that's it for me. I'm gonna go ahead and close. Done zone. Yeah, man, I'm back to scalping. Oh man, nothing wrong with that, right? You gotta make your bread.
Mindset, you can make money from anything.
Exactly.
and see, that's exactly
That's
it.
what Juve said before you were here. Exactly.
I try not to downplay anybody's strategy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, someone's stop loss could be my entry.
To
You know?
each their own, right? Like if it works for you, bro, go
Right.
ahead and do it. You know.
You know? I don't know if you guys ever seen how Uncle Ted trades, but I mean, it was a beast locking in
Exactly.
5, 6, 7, 8 pips, but we're talking on big lots. You know what I mean? So that's another thing too. You know, if you're playing with smaller lots, and you know you can let that play out. You know, what I mean, give it some space. But if you're scalping and you're playing with big lots,
Right.
yeah,
And you want to flip your account. That means that you're not a good trader. That means you don't mind losing your account.
right.
No, you might losing your account. You don't think about it.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
No, I haven't seen Uncle Teddy in a long time. To be honest. He's been.
What he's done on the leaderboard,
Oh yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna show you guys something. Yeah, on the
insane.
leaderboard. I think it was like up to 4,000%. That was insane. The last time I checked.
It was like 60,000%, bro.
6,000. Holy shit.
No,
What? Overall?
Yes, because at the beginning of the year, I said I'm gonna try to catch up to Ted,
Oh, okay. Good luck with that.
and I couldn't. I couldn't because I think I was like I made it past like 2,000%, and this guy's like at 7,000%. No way I'm catching this guy. You know what I mean? Like no fucking way. And he's taking off. Insane, insane. You know, so yeah, I give that man props for just being so transparent and being on the leaderboard. So
At the same time, yeah.
you know you can't beat that. Gold is moving nice, man. 755 has broke. Now, could we see a nice rejection at where you have point out right there?
Actually, that's what I was looking at right now. I'm looking at the other screen, but I wanna actually do it on this one since it has the RR on. The RR on. Let me go ahead and check. Quick. All right, so let's go into the 4 hour. Wick's gonna get filled right here. For some reason I drew that. Probably is based on the daily. Yeah, right here. That'll be a nice demand zone on the daily, which should definitely get tapped with a little bit more volume, and from here creating a lower high since we're extremely bearish. Remember, Jim Cramer said, "But now is the time to buy gold." What?
Let's get some W's in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, let's get some W's in the chat.
Come on, man. Great call out with the gold.
I haven't done that in a minute. Let's get some W's in the chat. I find it so corny, but whatever, you know.
You know what though, man? You got a good trade in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, can't beat that. Except GJ, that did not play out how I wanted it.
It's just raining.
It's just horrible. Yen is super weak. The pound is weak. You know. So see what's YouTube doing. The only bad thing about XSplit is that you cannot open the chat room in YouTube. So you have to like open up a new tab and whatnot. Kind of, yeah, to see the chat, to see what's going on. Because I want to encourage people to send trade. I mean, not trades. Their charts. Right. There is actually a
You can't do that in YouTube anymore.
You-
It doesn't allow people to send links.
links. No. Oh man. No way. That sucks.
The free Discord, like the
Mm.
people, so they can put the charts in there.
Oh.
They don't, you can't send charts anymore.
Shit, my camera's been off. Yeah, oh, a little flex. Man, I'm so sore. And so white. Anyway, so you cannot send links. What you guys can do is just ask me for the Zoom. What the fuck is this? Best adult dating site? No, thanks. Not today. It's somebody. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep you guys posted on the dating sites. Yeah, somebody please delete that. Is there a digital magic keys? Yes, there is. It's actually an EA, just the EA. You don't need the physical actual thingy keyboard, and yeah, I mean it helps. That's actually all you need, to be honest. But if you want to be um, more into it, you can definitely order the actual magic keys. I have a link below. There's a discount in it. Use code Mack, or just use the link. And yeah, that's how we sell products in here. So for gold, we're talking about next potential move to the upside, which will be 1760. Should definitely get there. I'm not saying now during this session. I'm saying most likely we're gonna get there during London, perhaps. But yeah, it's about to get tapped on my alert, and that will be the runner, closing. A 34 pip, no drawdown whatsoever. Beautiful trade, right? So I have the blue light glasses on, and I actually can see a lot better. The numbers are not as crisp because they're not prescription, but I can see the screen. It's not orangey since it's night, and I'm not getting a headache. It's just the best part of it. But it's incredibly hot in here. No way. Stop playing. Anything for views, man. Anything for views. uh, takes anything, bro. I'll take my shirt off. Yeah, I'm pretty. I'm not the best out there when it comes to entertaining people, but I don't like having a fucking boring ass stream. Just nah. I like having people over and just talk shit. In a minute, yeah, me neither. Yeah, let him do his thing. Sometimes we need those little breaks. Definitely, I don't want to get burned out. I've been burned before, and that sucks. But yeah, definitely 1760, right?
You know, since it's not this season, this season on Apex. Did you guys play Apex before?
Not on the phone. I did play on my PC. I just didn't like it. You know what I started playing? I started playing this game called Naraka. I'm gonna show you quick in here. It's actually battle royale, right? But instead of using just guns fuck, what's Fortnite, right? Fortnite is like more childish for kids and shit. So Naraka, it's Chinese or Japanese, I forgot. Blade Point, right? So you pick your hero character, and you go at it in this nice ass map, right? Super good graphics, and basically you do PvP, right? Only PvP. I think you could do some missions too, but you do melee. So how is it pronounced? Melee, whatever. Close combat. And you melee, melee, melee. All right, so you do melee, and fucking this is badass fucking English. Melee, and basically you pick different uh, weapons. You got katanas, you got dual swords, you got spears. Spears. Fucking, what's wrong with me? Spears, claves. Different things like crazy stuff. And then for range, you have um, crossbows. You have and the heroes are fucking sexy too. Crossbows. You have guns, little guns. You have big guns, um, muskets. You know, and you kind of like customize it based on your character. And you start picking up different things, like in this case they're called jades, like this, like how you see here, and they improve your attack, your range. Um, Sometimes it gives you extra health and whatnot. So before you start, like, getting it with someone, you go ahead and go throughout the map, kind of like Call of Duty, and you pick up, weapons and weapons and weapons and weapons, and they go based on ranks, right? You have blue, you have gray, and then you have epic, which is purple, and then you have gold, which is the highest rank. And you start killing people, and my favorite thing about this game is that you could use this grapple thing, so you start like jumping around, and bro, it's amazing. And you have an ultimate also. You could pop it at any time. Once it's loaded. You see that right now? That was crazy. Amazing, bro. It's like so well done. You have no idea. So if you have a good PC, and I think most PCs can play it. Like as long as they're like you have a decent um, CPU, or even a decent GPU, you could play it. Not at the best graphics, but you could play it. I play on high settings. I get no lag whatsoever. And it's just crazy good, bro. So America, that's the name of the game. It just came out.
Oh, dude, I'm not a PC gamer, dude.
Oh, you're not? You don't. Oh man, that sucks. I think you could play on PS5 or Xbox. I think it's cross.
Mobile.
Oh, you're mobile.
I
Yeah.
won the World Championship for COD Mobile as well.
For real?
Yeah.
No way. That's dope. Alright, I think it's about to hit my TP. I'm already closing all positions. If you guys caught this trade, give a W on on the stream, and then give it a like. So I'm typing W's, W's, W's. How many W's we could get? It's 30 people watching. Nice. How do you see gold long term, bullish or bearish? So far, bearish. If well, technically speaking, I see it bearish. So what do we need? Some relief, pullback, and continuing moving to these lows right here, right? You have this wick to get filled, this uh, demand zone to get retested, and below there you have a lot of range to the downside. I think below
Oh yeah, especially if you look at
1700. Yeah,
that time frames. I mean,
yeah. Let's do a little high time. Some high time frame analysis here, quick, right on gold. I haven't done this in a minute.
dude, I see gold dropping. I mean, I don't want to put it out there. I was gonna say 12, but I'm not gonna go.
Signal service. They run signal service right there.
Signal
I'm not
spike.
gonna go that far. I think my most confident call would be Bitcoin to 10K or below, maybe like 55. That's one of my calls right there. I've been calling it, and Jeevan knows this, and I've been calling it since. I mean, there's one specific monthly candle that turned into a pin bar, and that right there was sufficient enough on the monthly, on the high time frame to say, okay, we can extrapolate and see extrapolate. So
I
yeah, you
mean,
see
look at
right
this
there.
monthly, right? If we get a nice engulfing here, that's beautiful, bro. Like,
And to me, this is long term. So if we speaking monthly, I'm thinking by mid 2023, right before elections, you know,
mm,
think we should be give the best prices available to get in crypto. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with just like GJ or gold, GJ. I mean,
GJ has to break out of those weekly
yeah, we're due for
range.
something. We're due for a nice correction.
Exactly. And that correction can either be to the downside or to the upside on GJ. I'm really expecting for price to actually come down a little and then, take
Yeah,
off.
that's what I'm looking at too. Though. I've been noticing that 160's been holding up pretty, pretty well
Mm-hmm.
on GJ. You know what I mean?
I think gold tapped by the final take profit. See?
Yeah, 1756, man. This
Yeah, there you go.
this
Beautiful.
15-minute candle. You got the previous in gold, right? So that should have been just a nice, clear price action signal right there to have continuation to the upside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we
with get some type of traction here. It looks to your left, or we pinpointed that. Um,
The wick.
yeah, that wick right there.
Yeah.
Correct. But if not, man, let's definitely see some more continuation to the upside.
Uh huh. I see it. It definitely was a clean move. We don't get these often, so whoever took it, congrats. You know, it's around about 38 pips. Let's say that 35 pips of the spread, and if you got it late. Stops are break even if you have any runners, and that should be it, ladies and gentlemen. Chilling like a villain. So market conditions, right? Like for what we're experiencing right now, greed should not be a part of it. This is not definitely shouldn't be greedy at all, like whatsoever. Take your 30, 40 pips. In this case, 15 pips, which was my case, and that's it. Leave a runner if you want to, but other than that, I don't suggest anyone to be, longing something that's been consolidating for so long. In this case, I'm talking about GJ here.
Don't be a greedy fool.
Don't be a greedy fool. Exactly. Remember, the trade we took on GJ, Phil. Went up to.
Oh, that pulled all the way back.
Right. I even said it. I'm like, yeah, this happened to me so many times. So let me just close my partials at 15, 10 pips, whatever, and leave. And I left the runner. So the runner got stopped out. I break even. It is what it is.
The third example of greed that I've seen was when I used to work at a brokerage. I went from half a mil all the way back down to 2,000.
What? Half a mil to 2,000
Yeah, he had $4,000 in his account, started off, pumping it. That same
in a
night it was
day?
half a mil. And then I came back the next morning, he had 2,000 in his account.
Oh my
That's bad
god!
days.
I just don't get it.
Real bad.
Listen, man, I'm not perfect, man.
I've had bad days, but days like that when I'm talking about that much capital going to like that little capital, it just breaks my heart. Like, why?
It's a tunnel, man.
Yeah, that right there is sticking to one bias.
Exactly.
That's just.
No, he just kept going. He never ended up closing any trades. And we ended up like calling him and saying, "Hey, look, man, we think it's time for you to close some trades."
Yep.
Never ended up closing any trades. Reverse all the way against him. And
You guys called them? It was like a private client.
No, like, I mean, it's just a normal client, right? That's kind of what we were focused on, is to make sure that, clients stay as long as they possibly can if they're profitable traders.
That's customer service to the extreme right there.
Yeah.
I think the minute you start acknowledging that you're in a bad position,
Hmm.
quickly adapt and let's say take the opposite trade of what you originally thought. A lot of times, man, that
Dude, that's what
trade
separates the good traders from the bad traders.
That-
Like, I've
that-
dealt with thousands of traders. They
Dude,
used to be
that
able to take a
trade-
trade in and out of those trades without any emotional damage.
Hmm.
that trade would take you. It would even make up for the loss that you just took. You know what I mean? So and that's the thing. If you're just continuing to stay with that buy, if you're continuing to add a position in the negative, right? That's another thing too. A lot of times, they say, hey man, I think it can get past. I think it can come back, back to my entry or whatever. So I'm gonna add a position negative 10 pips or negative 20 pips. And I'm gonna double down. So that's just you already.
A gambler.
Yeah, you kind of gambling now. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So definitely, man, don't want to fucking want to continue adding.
No, don't throw more fucking lighter fluid in the fire. Exactly. And I've been in that position before. I've seen it happening. Just to try to like get my leverage back to like normal, or just like trying to make it something like more reasonable, like hedging and whatnot. But adding more, if there is a downtrend, for example, GJ, and I have a sell from here, let's say, right? And I didn't get stopped out, which is good, boom. And now I'm still holding, but now my bias changes, and I want to be a greedy fuck, right? So now I'm like, instead of getting how many pips down here, closing 140, I'm up 74, right? About half. So what am I gonna do now since I'm in a range? Am I gonna add positions? Am I gonna uh, close? I think the most reasonable thing would be just to close, right? Because this can easily just go ahead and boom, give you the third strike and take you out. So just close.
I think one of the worst is when you get lucky with the trade and it goes your way.
Oh, uh-huh.
Because if you continue to do that, then sooner or later it's gonna bite you. You know what I mean? It's gonna bite you.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're not sticking to your strategy, and it's just doing something else, and you get lucky and you win, and I've been in situations like that before where, let's say, Mr. Know-it-all says, hey,
Mhm.
I think, we've been in a range for 50 pips last couple of days, right? Whatever. I'm in the downtrend. I'm sorry. I'm in some drawdown, right? And I decide to add some positions, right? And that day it just happens to move 100, 200 pips. So things like that could happen, man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Things like that because you think you're smarter than the market and you say, well, this thing has only been ranging 50 pips. So I know it can go back to my entry level. I know it can, and next you know, boom, you're down, whatever, or the case, or you're stopped out. So things like that, man. I mean, I talk with this all the time. When it comes to just executing a trade, you know what I mean? A lot of people, that's when their actual work starts happening. And really, it should, man. Once you press that trigger, you already know what you want to happen, and you let it rock.
Exactly. And you let it ride. Of course, you have the ability to go ahead and manage, but don't be on your phone 24/7, right? Driving, going to the gym, seeing where prices are, because that's gonna affect you mentally, and that's gonna fuck you up mentally, like hardcore.
That's another thing too. I've told myself with holding positions, right? Is if I'm doing my analysis off, let's say 4 hours,
Mhm.
well, hell, it's 9 o'clock. Let the next 4 hour candle ride.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see what it's gonna do in the next.
Right. If I get stopped out, it is what it is. I'm gonna have my alerts set up, right? If it goes back to my entry and then I start seeing more consolidation, and of course you see your typical rejections on the 15, on the 30 to the downside. If I'm gonna buy, for example, right, and then I see price heading back to my entry, I'm gonna have my alert trigger, boom, and I'm just gonna watch quietly, of course, in my comfort, right, in my house or not on my fucking phone, and see if I could go ahead and retake the trade. So that's one, two times, and after that, I'm not gonna, do anything. If it doesn't happen the way that I mean, what I'm trying to see, right? Basically, my bias to make it um happen. And if it doesn't happen on the second time, I'm done. Right? That's it. I'm done for the day. I'm not gonna look for a third time, because that third time, it fucks you up. So when people ask me how many tries do you give a trade, 2 times. That's it. Always, more than enough, right? But yeah, good trade on gold, guys. If you guys are still holding, perfect. If not, remember that we're approaching this zone right now at 1757. So careful. Yeah, because the 4 hour looks very clean. You have this area here, right? And this area here, right? And above that should be a very clean process to get up here. So that would be your A, and this will be your B, right? So your A to B, boom. So how do we manage the trade from A to B? Oh, it's simple. This is the 4 hour. It's a super strong zone. So once we get around here, we go into the lower time frames and we manage the trade accordingly to see if we have any sort of rejection, some sort of consolidation for us to close, or partial out. And yeah, that's uh-huh. Like how it's doing right now, right? Mm-hmm. The thing about GJ during this last 15 minutes is that we had the Shanghai open, right? The Chinese stock market open, 9:30. Mm-hmm. So kind of gives some sort of volume, and I think that's what happened now, right? So we had that nice breakout on the 15. So if you want to play it safe, we got 2 minutes left. Want to see this 15-minute close right below this range, and from there, want to go into 1 hour and see where price can lead us, right? So it'll be something like this. You have your stops right here, 20 pips. I think that's more than enough, right? 20 pips as a stop loss, and you're right on top of the range. So yeah, things should definitely play out. I I'm not gonna take it, but whoever wants to take it, I think you should definitely get a good trading here. We're approaching also a quarter point, so it will be 161,500, and that's gonna tell us how we're gonna react to it, right? How is DJ gonna react to it? Also, Philip, you remember you were doing UJ, and you were actually looking for sales, right? Since the buys didn't play out quite like you wanted. What do you think about UJ, Philip? We were looking into buys, right, before, but we didn't. You didn't break above here. We didn't break above here. So
I don't
did
even remember.
did you let?
Look at my stuff.
Did you get? Oh, okay. Because I thought you were actually looking for sales. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I was looking for sales.
Mhm.
So yeah, I was looking for sales over here. Or there. So there's sales down here. Push down. That was the kind of the sell idea that I had.
Huh.
But that was honestly based off that. At least that was my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I think right now, like I think everything's kind of lit. Like right now for UJ, I don't think it's gonna be like there was a sell opportunity over here when it broke that low, and you also had a buy opportunity as it broke these highs. So you hit it on that zone. Right now, I don't think there's anything you missed this time movement in this. So
Right.
I think the next thing you're just gonna have to wait for is either like I think maybe probably breaks below here or breaks above the zone again to push to the higher.
Exactly. So we're still bullish on it. Mhm. See what's GJ doing. And gold. Beautiful trade. How many pips was that on gold? From the call out until it was here. 40 pips. Yeah, beautiful. GJ. Let's see what's GJ doing. Yeah, messy. I don't I don't dig that much rejection that's happening, but it does, it's giving us a range for break and retest. So yeah.
If we're gonna have to break these lows first.
Mhm. Now, if it goes above the range again, then it'll be a total shit show.
Someone's asking if you have, so do you normally have specific tip targets?
Sir? Sir? On YouTube. Do I have specific targets on GJ? Well, on GJ, I, I've, I've kind of changed my method of trading a little. I tend to look for bigger targets at a smaller risk. So my risk kind of stays the same, right? 20 pips. But I definitely want to see a setup where it's gonna take me to get at least like a 1-2 risk will be 1-2-3 to reward, or 1-4, sometimes 1-5. The higher the reward, I want to make sure I have the same risk, right? And my targets are gonna based always are based on if I look to the left, I'm gonna be looking for zones of rejection, zones of consolidation, like this, right here as well, right? And then of course you go based off your typical quarter points, because that's, on GJ they tend to get respected a lot. You have 0.00, which is flat, right? Your decimal. Then you have 200, which is a quarter of it, or 250. And then you have 500, right? And so on. So based on these targets, these decimal points, I'm gonna be looking for either to close some partials or see how price reacts around that specific zone. And how do you keep track of it? Well, you just set up alerts, right? 750, 800. So let's say in this case on GJ, if I plan to hold this trade, let's say that I'm in this trade, I'm not. How can I manage the trade, and what are my how can I set up my targets? Simple, right? So I'll look to the left, and I'm gonna be looking for first area of contingency, order block, whatever you want to call it. Some sort of engulfment going on, which in this case, let's say that I'm looking for the first target to be here, right? So I'm looking for 250, maybe 0.200. In this case, will be 0.200, and if you see 0.200, it's actually this area, this base right here, right? So that would be one of my first targets. Below here, I can keep on going at 0.500, which is here, right? Once it breaks below 0.500, it's 250, which is here, right? Another 25 pips. And below 250, 200, I will look for flat, which will be 161, which will be right here, right? And since I'm not gonna be, staring at my computer, my monitor, I'll just set up alerts. Set up one here, set up another one here, right? So when price gets around there, I'll get a click on my phone and see how we're reacting on that specific zone. And if it's time for me to close, it is what it is. I'll go ahead and close. How do I know it's time for me to close? I'll probably see some sort of consolidation, right? Or maybe some rejection to the downside if I'm getting if it's a sell, right? And then price breaking highs of previous candles on the lower time frames. That would be kind of like a saying, it's kind of time for me to close or partial something out. Oops, sorry. Yeah,
What's the time there with you, Nick?
it's 9:52. Should be closing the stream. I should have closed it like 30 minutes ago, but I was looking at this GJ trade to see if it's gonna happen. I think we should continue moving down. Unless this fake out, starts breaking the high of the previous 30-minute candle, or even this current 15, that will make the trade completely invalid. I think it has potential, right? If you want a safer trade, then you'll wait for this current 15-minute candle to break its current low, on maybe on the next 30-minute candle to go get a nice clean close below this zone, right? 600. Because it tapped 500, and like I said to you guys before, that's how you kind of tell that it's time for me to close. So yeah, but I'm gonna call it a day, guys. Thank you for showing up. It's incredibly hot in here. I'm gonna stream again tomorrow, so if you guys want to show up, be more than welcome. And YouTube, let me go ahead and check what's going on in here. I hope you guys like the stream. Give it a like before you go. If I let my trade hit SL or TP, no, I normally don't let my trades hit the full stop loss unless I'm sleeping and I leave a runner. I usually manage my trade accordingly. If of course I gotta be present. That's why alerts are super important, guys. So if you have TradingView, make sure you have TradingView Pro, which allows you to have at least 20 alerts at the same time, right? But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday, right? So yeah, tomorrow. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.
Go on, see you, bro.
Bye bye. Whoa.